What's good, y'all? Hope you're doing well. It's your boy Juan, back at it with another one. I'm doing a 4 a.m. walk. You can see the moon is out right now. I'm going for a 4 a.m. walk, and in today's video, I know I haven't uploaded to this channel in like a month. There's been a lot of stuff going on in my life, but I'm gonna try to start uploading to this channel again. I see that I got 3 subscribers now. Shout out to you guys that subscribe to this channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how sometimes women will reject you, not because you're not good enough for them, but because you trigger their ego. So essentially, sometimes women will reject you actually because they think you're too good for them. Let me tell you a story. I met this girl at the Taco Bell drive-thru. She actually worked at Taco Bell, and she was flirting with me heavy. So I asked for her number. And she actually brings up hooking up on the first night. But we were going to cop some, we'll just call them goodies for her. I do not condone the use of drugs, by the way. But we were going to cop some goodies for her in the city. And I gave her $60. And we were driving from one of her guys' house to another guy because everyone was asleep. No one was awake that had the goodies. And after doing this for 2 to 3 hours, I tell her straight up, look, listen, I'm enjoying, this was our first ever date. I tell her straight up, hey, look, listen, I'm enjoying the time I'm spending with you, but I got to go home. I got stuff I got to do tomorrow. Just give me the $60 back and we'll go, and we'll go on another date soon. I don't remember if I said all of that, but that's what I should have said because she starts freaking the fuck out. I don't know if she thought I didn't like her, I didn't want to see her anymore, or if I was just giving up on the night. But that's not what it was at all. I just had a lot of shit I had to do the next day. She starts freaking out. She's like, no, we're just going to go to one more dealer. I'm not giving you the money back. We'll just go to one more person's house. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, look, I got shit I got to do tomorrow. Just give me the money back so we can go on another date soon. She's like, no. And then she just literally kept the money. And it even got to a point where I was screaming at her because I was pissed as we were driving back. And she even calls her friend. And she's like, this guy's yelling at me. He's making me feel unsafe. What should I do? And she didn't tell her friend the full story. So I straight up told her friend, hey, look, she's not giving you the full story. She's trying to steal my money. She's not giving me my money back. I need my money back. I got stuff I got to do tomorrow. And then her friend's like, maybe try giving him some of the money and that might diffuse the situation. And so, and I'm like, yeah, that's a genius idea, isn't it? So then she finally ends up throwing the money back to me all angrily. And then and then I drop her off at the gas station so her friend can pick her up because the date's over. And then she storms out of my car like, I hope you die. And then I'm a really nice person, so I literally tell her in the midst of that, I tell her straight up, I hope you live forever, love you. That was my response. And then I drop her off. And then like an hour later, she's asking me to hang out again. And I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. Is she trying to rob me? Is she trying to set me up? How does she want to hang out an hour or two later after all that chaos? So I actually say yes, just for literally the fuck of it, just to see what happens. And she actually genuinely wanted to hang out again after that. So I guess she still really liked me. And she kept mentioning hooking up, but after that whole situation, I was just mad uncomfortable. So I wanted to give it time. I wanted to give the situation time to unfold to see if she was actually worth hooking up with. And the longer that she kept mentioning, like, giving me head or, like, filming a sex tape, she would get very nasty sometimes with the stuff that she would say. She would talk about how I had a big dick. The longer this went on for a few months and I didn't make a move because I was trying to vet her out, it's almost like she became very bitter and she felt rejected. Because after a few months of us hanging out consistently, I finally decided to myself, like, you know what? We actually should do something. And I tell her just straight up, honestly, I'm like, you know what? Let's try this. Let's hook up. Like, I like you. Let's do this. Because she was hanging out with me consistently for a few months. So I thought, oh, maybe that made up for the first date, Maybe even though she was weird to me on the first date and tried to steal my money, she did end up giving it back in the end, even though I had to argue for it. But she's been here for me, like, consistently almost every day now for the last few months. So I told her straight, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to hook up with you. Like, I like you. Like, I think you're attractive. Like, let's do something. And it's almost like because she felt rejected in the beginning and because I took that long to make the move, she finally ends up telling me, no, you're not really my type. I don't really like you like that. And so at that point, like, I hung out with her a few more times after that, and she just kept rejecting me. So at that point, I could tell she actually liked me, and she was just rejecting me out of her ego because I was rejecting her in the beginning, even though I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to move slowly. See, I wasn't acting out of ego like she was. I was genuinely trying to vet her out and see if she was a good person and move slowly. She thought I was rejecting her, so when I was finally ready to make a move on her, she's like, no, you're not really my type. So I ended up kind of just backing off, honestly, and I stopped hanging out with her. And guess what ends up happening? She tells me I'm not really her type physically and all this, and she ends up dating a guy, and I run into her and her boyfriend at Taco Bell like a few weeks after we stopped talking, and her boyfriend is shorter than me. He's got gray hair. He's got a gut. He's got skinnier arms and everything. She even told me I look like an anime character. Like, she thought my body was actually really attractive. So this guy looks nowhere near as good as me. And, I'm just like, whatever, maybe she sees something she likes in him. So then I just leave them alone because now she has a boyfriend. She was still hitting me up even though she had a boyfriend. She was still hitting me up. But I'm just like, whatever, I'm going to just leave them alone. It's whatever. I'll just let them do their thing, right? So then she calls me a few months later after they break up. This was actually today, to ask me to hang out, of course, right? So obviously she likes me because right after her and her boyfriend break up, I mean, she was even calling me while she was with him. But right after they break up, she wants to hang out, right? And the first thing she does is she gives me this big, tight hug when she sees me. Because I know that she really likes me. I'm a very intuitive person, right? But she tells me this whole story about how when she was with her boyfriend, she tells me this whole story about how when she was with her boyfriend, he was homeless, and she went homeless with him because she wanted to be there for him, and he was running away from the cops, and he was making her do a bunch of shitty drugs with him, and he even ended up stealing her car. So not only was this guy shorter than me, not only was this guy significantly uglier than me, not only did this guy have a gut and I have abs, not only does this guy have a small dick and I have, big arms, everything that he doesn't have. She even said, like, my dick was huge and everything because she, like, saw it through my pants. We never actually had sex, like I said. Not only on top of that, but he was homeless, and I have multiple places throughout America that I could go live at any point. He was homeless, and he stole her fucking car. She didn't even have a car the whole time we were friends. She finally ends up getting a car, like, right before she starts dating him. And then a few months later, her car is stolen because of this guy. Literally stolen. And she couldn't call the cops on him because she has a warrant, And because she didn't do, like, community service for some bullshit. And that's what I'm saying is this guy was nowhere near as good looking as me. He was broke. He even stole her car, but she still chose to fuck him like a rabbit. Why? Because she didn't want to have sex with me, because she didn't want to look like a slut. She didn't want to look like a hoe. She said maybe if I'm friends with her consistently for years, she might consider, like, dating me. Why? Because she really likes me, so she's afraid that I might hurt her. So that's the problem with some women, and I say to stay away from these types of women. I'm probably not going to hang out with her anymore because, like I said, today she wanted to hang out again, and what did it for me is she hugged me super tight when we first met, so I knew she was down to hug. Like, she's the one that initiated it, but I decided to test her and see what would happen if I asked for a hug. So we were in my car and I was going inside of my house to like grab a charger for my phone. And I said, hey, just give me a hug real quick. And she made it weird as hell. She's just like, okay, but just understand. She gave me a hug, but after she gave me a hug, she's like, okay, but understand that, like, we're just friends and, like, this doesn't mean anything. And she was, like, joking about it as if it was funny. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, dude, I was just asking you for a fucking hug. Why do you got to make it this weird fucking thing? Why can't you just let the relationship develop naturally? Like, if we hook up, it's whatever. I know you're attracted to me. She would always talk about when we first started hanging out, she would always talk about how big my dick was and how she literally wanted to give me head and how she wanted to hook up. She literally would say, like, oh, we could go to your house and hook up right now. And I just didn't act on it because in my mind, I was thinking, I just want to take shit slow. But the problem is, in me taking things slow, it offended her ego. Because she was down to hook up when we first started hanging out. But as soon as I decide to wait a few months and then ask for it when I'm ready, all of a sudden she feels the need to turn me down. And the only reason I waited that long was, again, because our first date went so horribly. She didn't give me the money back when I asked for it, and she didn't let me go home when I wanted to. Because, again, none of her dealers were, like, answering the door, and I wanted my money back. I changed my mind. I'm like, I don't want to help you cop right now. I got stuff to do tomorrow. We can go on a date some other time. And she didn't respect that. So I had a valid reason for withholding intimacy, just to take things slow. And, so I guess if I could go back in time, maybe I would have hooked up with her sooner, because now it's in this weird, like, friend zone place. But at the same time, if she was really the woman for me, I feel like I wouldn't have to cater to her ego like that. And that's the thing, is, like, I just feel like, what I'm saying is a lot of women will reject you because of their ego. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe you made them feel rejected in the past, so now maybe you realize you like them. This is what happened to me with a lot of women, is I would maybe not have time to hang out with some girl, or I would be talking to another girl, and then the girls would get mad and unfollow me because they would see another girl on my Instagram, even though they had a boyfriend. I've had girls with boyfriends ask me to hang out with them, and then when they saw another girl on my Instagram, they would unfollow me. But she literally had a boyfriend herself. So that's the thing, is sometimes women will reject you, not because you're not because you're not attractive enough, but because you triggered their ego in some way. Sometimes it's because they think you're too attractive. Like I said, this girl, this is why I told you guys this story, because this girl that I've been friends with for a while, that I'm probably done hanging out with after today, because like I said, I asked to hug her, and when she had to make it all weird, like, oh, we're just friends, blah, 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 I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this chick. I don't think I'm going to ask her to hang out ever again. I mean, she's usually always the one that asks me to hang out. But my problem is I say yes to her, and then I end up wasting time hanging out with her. I'm done wasting time hanging out with women that want to play ego games. And that's the point I'm trying to make in today's video, is you guys think, oh, I need to make more money, or I need to get more muscles. And if you're going to do that stuff, do it for you. Don't do it for the woman, because half of the time, the woman is fucking some ugly bald guy with a gut, because she can manipulate him, because her ego gets something out of it. Maybe she feels more beautiful than him when she's around him. Maybe he gives her all his money. Maybe she's the only girl that he can get, and that makes her feel safe with him because he couldn't get any other girls. It's not always that you're not attractive enough, and I'm not saying that being attractive pushes girls away. This girl wanted to hook up with me when I first met her. What pushed her away was probably me not hooking up with her soon enough, and then that started to trigger her ego. But like I said, she showed me in the beginning that her character might not be good, so I had a valid reason for wanting to take it slow. I never did anything to hurt her. I never tried to steal her money. I never treated her as shitty as she treated me. So I was right all along, it's probably best that we never had sex, but, the thing is, being attractive can help you get women, yes, but what I'm saying is it's not the end-all, be-all. There's a lot more depth to the game than that. Like, you want to make sure when you're talking to a woman that you don't trigger her ego. And sometimes you're going to trigger it no matter what. Sometimes some women are just very manipulative and egotistical, and even you just being more attractive than them might actually make them not want you. But sometimes you can work around it. Like I said, if I would have hooked up with that woman sooner and just maybe if I would have forgave her quicker, because after that first date went the way it did, she was giving me signals for months that she wanted to hook up with me, and I was just not willing to go for it, even though I was attracted to her because I wanted to take things slow. But if I would have hooked up with her sooner, she probably would have liked me. But again, I triggered her ego by not hooking up with her soon enough. So now she holds resentment towards me. And a lot of people aren't conscious of these things. A lot of people aren't even aware of fully aware of why they act the way they act. Some of these women are just acting out of emotion and instinct. And so you have to understand, again, just that there's more to the game than just looking good, having muscles. You got to know how to make a woman feel heard. You got to know how to make a woman feel seen. You got to know how to make a woman feel desired. Some women need to be treated a certain type of way just to like you and respect you, you know? And I'm not saying that it's worth it. It might be for the better that things didn't work out between me and this girl. Because honestly, she's probably not a good girl to be with at all. And even if I would have powered through it and hooked up with her, it could have gone bad in a million other ways. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe it's better that things ended or things never really started with her, you know? And that's a big part of this video too, is what I'm trying to say, guys, is you don't always take it personally if a woman rejects you. Sometimes it's just for the better, you know? It's not always that she's fucking some guy that's better looking than you. Sometimes it's literally the opposite. Sometimes it is because there's a guy that she thinks is better than you. But if that's the case, let her think he's better, you know? Because everyone's a unique individual. And if someone can't see your value, fuck them anyways. Because there's someone in this earth that thinks you're hot shit. There's someone in this earth that is really attracted to you, that really wants you. There's someone in this earth that would love for nothing more than to spend time with you. And you're going to waste time on the person that doesn't appreciate you. It doesn't even make sense, you know? And even if you got to be alone, I'd rather be alone with myself because I love myself and I care for myself and I respect myself than to put myself in space with people that are dragging me down. Because when I'm alone, I can work out, I can eat healthy, I can make YouTube videos like I'm making now to grow my business. I can have fun and fulfillment on my own. I don't need to be around other people that don't value me, that don't appreciate me. That's a waste of my time. That's a waste of my precious energy. That's a waste of you know, I'd rather be alone than people that don't respect me. And I'm not saying that isolation is the goal. Obviously, if you're able to make friends and connect with people, that's great. But I'm just saying, if you have to be isolated, don't be afraid of it. Because sometimes it is for the better for periods of your life. Sometimes you got to work on stuff alone, whether it be your nutrition, your health, your fitness, your finances. Sometimes there's no one there to cheer for you. And I'm saying it's great to make friends along the way. It's great to connect with people. It's great to have sex and all these things. But I've had periods of my life where I've been celibate. I haven't had sex in a while, even right now. And that's okay too, because that creates space so you can improve yourself, so that you can actually find a good woman, so that you're not stuck with someone that you don't really like. A lot of people are in relationships with people they don't really like because they're afraid of being alone. And I've been in genuinely good relationships with passionate sex with people that I loved. And so once you've experienced that, it's hard to go back to just being with someone just because you're afraid of being alone to fill the gap. I'd rather just learn how to appreciate my alone time than to let the first woman that gives me attention control me because I don't know how to be alone. I'd rather just learn how to appreciate being alone. I'm gonna end the video here because I've been recording for a minute. It's like we're like 20 minutes into this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys, and until next one, I'm out. Love and peace.